Welcome back to the latest Freakin' 2 food review. On today's menu, we've got the Wendy's Takis Fuego meal. And speaking of Takis, how does the Doritos competitor compare? We've also got cotton candy energy drinks and a new Mountain Dew flavor, but let's get started with the main course before it gets soggy. I just walked in from Wendy's, I ordered it to go. I hit my stopwatch, so that's how long ago I actually grabbed it, so we gotta move. There is a chicken sandwich here. Now, the chicken sandwich, they asked if I wanted to order it regular or spicy. I wasn't prepared for that choice. Now, when you get old, your taste buds kind of die, so I ordered spicy, but there was a choice there. But in addition to the sandwich, we have the fries here. Now, you've heard of customer appreciation. This is customer participation because I think you're supposed to shake them up. They also include a nice, cute little bag of Takis Fuego, which, just in case, I bought my own version a little bit bigger. And there was also a drink. It came to a total of 11 bucks. But let's start off with the sandwich here now. Now, taking a look at the sandwich, the chicken sandwich, they say it's a spicy chicken fillet topped with crushed Takis Fuego chips. And there are some kind of errant chips in there. They said it also has chili lime sauce, creamy corn spread, and cheddar cheese sauce. All right, the sandwich, take a look here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We have a decent amount of Takis on there. And I see the cheese and the chili lime sauce. First glance, I'm kind of liking what I see here. So let's put that on there and take a bite. I'm just gonna cut this in two real quick here. Take a look under the hood. Does that look good to you guys? It looks pretty good to me. So let's just take a bite and see what we got inside here. First bite of the Takis Fuego chicken sandwich. It's kind of interesting. I taste the Takis, I taste the heat, but the Takis crunch is completely gone. I mean, it's only been 10 minutes since I picked these up. Other reviewers are saying right there in the parking lot they were having a hard time with the crunch factor not being there. What happens if I open up the Takis bag and put a couple fresh ones on there? Not only double up on the Takis, but also add some crunch to it. Let's see. Because I think people want that crunch. They want that Takis crunch. You know, I haven't got to the fries yet, but you're supposed to shake this bag up. Since you're already asking the customer to kind of take action anyways, they'd almost be better off giving you the Takis and have you put them on there yourself. That crunch makes a huge difference and it's not there. Now the other ingredients are chili lime sauce, which I do taste the lime, creamy corn spread, and a cheddar cheese sauce, which I don't think those really come through that much because of the heat of the Takis. The chili lime sauce does kind of stand out, but it also kind of pairs well with the Fuego. The chicken patty itself is not particularly special, but it also is not bad either. The only real issue I have is that you lose the texture because the Takis get soggy. I like the flavor. And I like the heat. When you add that Taki crunch to it by putting them on there manually, it takes it to the next level. But I'm gonna get back to this sandwich in a little bit. Let's move on to the fries. Let's move on to the fries. So the fries says to shake the bag and tear the top, eat the fries. They actually include eat the fries as a step, like as if you wouldn't know to do that. So let's shake the bag. Tear the top. And then that's what we got. It looks pretty good. They look like nice hot fries. Is it covered in Takis Fuego? We shall see. Let me go back and forth. Takis fry. Oh yeah, that's close. That is close. The coating is exact. It's the exact same flavor, only different texture. They definitely nailed it with those. Now, one of the things I like to do here on Freakin' 2 is see what I can do to recreate this. Now, I'm not really too worried about the chicken sandwich. All you have to do is buy a chicken sandwich and add some Takis and you're pretty much there. But what about these fries? These fries are pretty solid. They taste like a Taki in a French fry form. Takis. But you know, this is limited time. This is gonna be gone in a couple weeks. What if you have a hankering for this in the middle of winter? Maybe we can recreate it. Let's see. Let's pull out my beloved Ninja Express chop, which has become a staple here at Freakin' 2. I'm just gonna add their small bag of Takis here. Let's pulverize these bad boys. All right, now I've kind of got my Takis powder here. And it just so happens that I ordered an extra order of fries from Wendy's. These are the regular fries here, regular fries. Now you could do this a lot of different ways. You could coat them, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying to go as low tech and low budget as I can. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the fun dip style. I'm gonna get it wet in my mouth and dip it in there and see how it tastes. Here we go. French fry from Wendy's in the ground up Takis. Now it doesn't look the same. Mine looks kind of like a low budget version of it. Not so great. Theirs is way more impressive. I gotta say, theirs looks better than mine. Mine looks like a discount Takis fry, but maybe it'll taste good. Let's see. The taste is there. Maybe it didn't look good, but the taste is there. Fun dip it. I'm gonna fun dip this thing. Oh, it's there. Compare it. They're still better. Theirs is still better. I mean, I think my way might hold you over, but I'm sorry freaking two. Yours are not as good as theirs. Theirs are better. I tried. Speaking of what's better, let's try comparing the Takis Fuego to the Doritos Dinamitas Chili Limon. Doritos is trying to wreck that Takis train. Let's see if they're gonna succeed or not. I mean, I like Doritos, but you know, sometimes you gotta stay in your own lane. Let's see. Wow, that looks close. Takis here, Dinamitas there. Man, that looks very close. Let's try them side by side and see which one's better. Takis first. I mean, they've perfected the texture, the taste, and the heat. I mean, that's their bread and butter. That's what they do. Can Doritos move in? Let's see. Dinamitas. Takis. Dinamitas. I feel like the Takis just has a stronger flavor. It's the Dinamitas is like almost the same flavor, but if you dial it down by about 30%. It's like having a Corona Light versus a Corona. That's exactly what it's like. The Dinamitas tastes like a diet version of this. It's just the same thing, but not as much of it. So Takis win that one. What if I add some Dinamitas to the Wendy sandwich? See, these Takis are like almost like liquid now. Let's try some Dinamitas on here. I think I'm saying that right. I've seen people say Dinamitas. I don't know. That's how I think you're supposed to pronounce it. If it's wrong, I apologize. No offense. Wendy's Takis sandwich plus Dinamitas. Once again, it's just not as strong as the Takis. Takis wins. Takis is better as far as I'm concerned. They have a stronger flavor. It's just a little bit better overall. Nothing wrong with the Dinamitas. They're just not quite as bold, not quite as strong. If these are too bold and strong for you, this is a great option. But for me, who's old, my taste buds are dying, this is the one I would choose. I think that the meal overall is actually pretty good. I can't recreate those fries as good as theirs. So their fries, I'm gonna be missing out on those. I think you could probably just add some Takis to a chicken sandwich and call it good. But I think this will be missed when it's gone. Let's move on to some drinks now, shall we? Now, I love Mountain Dew. I love summertime. I love Rocket Pops. What happens when you combine all three of those? Supposedly you get this, Mountain Dew Summer Freeze, which sounds a lot like that Seals and Crofts song from the 70s. That should have been their jingle for this song. Summer Freeze. Maybe not. Anyway, this supposedly tastes like a Rocket Pop, or do you say Bomb Pop? I think Bomb Pop is the brand name for the original and Rocket Pop is kind of the generic name. So I might use them interchangeably. Forgive me if I do. But they even have one on the bottle itself. I mean, clearly it's supposed to taste like that. The bottle says cherry, lemon, raspberry. It's a 270 calories. So I've got some Bomb Pops here and I'm gonna see if I can maybe make something like this myself. So we got a lot to try out. First up, straight taste test. I mean, it literally looks like Windex. It looks like Windex. Let's see. Doesn't smell like Windex. That's pretty sweet. That's a pretty sweet flavor. Now they say it's supposed to be like a combination of Mountain Dew and a Rocket Pop. Do I get that? Honestly, I think I am getting all the flavors. I think I'm getting a little bit of cherry, a little bit of lemon, and probably a lot more blue raspberry. It's certainly like a heavy blue raspberry with a hint of lemon and cherry in there. But I'm tasting them. There's a lot of sugar in there though, man. This is a sugar fest. I mean, it's a good flavor. Do I get Mountain Dew in there? Maybe I get Mountain Dew too. Maybe they did a pretty good job of combining all four flavors, Mountain Dew plus cherry, lemon, and blue raspberry. I think so. We can't just take my word for it. I can't even take my own word for it. What I have to do is pull out a Bomb Pop and make a comparison. Does the Mountain Dew Summer Freeze actually taste like a Bomb Pop? Let's find out. First up, Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. Bomb Pop. I mean, it's kind of close. It is kind of close now. I guess my question is, does a regular Mountain Dew plus a Bomb Pop match the Summer Freeze, which is supposed to combine all this together? Let's find out. Back to the Summer Freeze. Mixing the Mountain Dew with the Bomb Pop. I'm not sure if that's quite the same. I think the problem is I'm licking this Bomb Pop from top to bottom, which I'm not sure that really is getting all flavors in one shot. Let's try something else. By the way, if you ever wondered, this is how much liquid is in one melted Bomb Pop. That's it. That's how much liquid. I melted one. That's all that's left. And clearly the color is not the same. This is like a dark purple. This is versus blue. Let me try a melted Bomb Pop versus the Summer Freeze. It has almost like a much stronger flavor. This has almost like a Jolly Rancher flavor to it. Much thicker. It's very thick. I would say this is not quite the same flavor. This has a very thick kind of candy flavor to it. This has more of a soda flavor. What happens if we add some Mountain Dew to it? Let's Load this up with Mountain Dew. Mix those together. There we go. Mountain Dew plus an actual bomb pop. It looks more like a glass of beer, so I probably couldn't make it that color. Let's try, so Mountain Dew plus a bomb pop versus the Summer Freeze. You know, that's actually kind of close. That's kind of close. I'm not gonna say it's the same thing, but man, that's close. That's a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. What surprises me though is how different the colors are. How those two colors could taste the same is beyond me. I would say in the end though, the Mountain Dew Summer Freeze tastes very good. It does taste like a Rocket Pop, but when you compare it to a melted Rocket Pop, that's much thicker and has more candy flavor. So I think there's a lot more Mountain Dew in the Summer Freeze than Rocket Pop. When I mix them together, this is like 4 parts Mountain Dew, 1 part Rocket Pop. It was pretty close. So if you get in the middle of winter time and you're hankering for a Summer Freeze, you might be able to make it yourself. Just melt a Rocket Pop and add some Mountain Dew and you might have something pretty close to your Summer Freeze, but it won't be nearly as attractive looking. Let's try out now the new cotton candy flavor by Alani New. This is a relatively recent offering. I'm not sure if it's limited time or not, but it is a 0 sugar energy drink with 10 calories and 200 milligrams of caffeine. Now there's already other cotton candy drinks out there, so I did find a Bang cotton candy energy drink. We'll compare that. There's a ghost one out there. I couldn't find one. I had to give up, but there is a ghost one out there that's not part of this video. But I can at least compare these two and see which one tastes better. And this is really just a straight taste test. I also wanted to find some cotton candy. I can only find the blue raspberry cotton candy, but surprisingly cotton candy is not easy to find sometimes. So I'm gonna taste these alongside some actual cotton candy and see how they compare. So let's jump into it. First up, let's give the Alani New a little taste here. You know, it doesn't have that like energy drink smell to it, which is good. It just smells like cotton candy, so that's a good thing. Let's take a taste here. Well, it's very sweet tasting. I mean, my first reaction, that's pretty accurate. That seems pretty accurate. I don't know if I could drink a whole can of this just because it's so sweet tasting. First impressions, they nailed it. First impressions, they nailed it. Let's get the Bang here and see what we got with that. Much bigger can. This has 0 calories and I believe 300 milligrams of caffeine. Let's see how this one compares. There's just less scent overall. I don't really smell much. It has almost no smell to it compared to the Alani New cotton candy. Bang, nothing. I smell like a tin can. Here we go. Now to me, the Bang is like a kind of a typical energy drink with hints of cotton candy, while the Alani New just smacks you in the face with cotton candy. You're getting smacked by it. Let's go back and forth. Alani New. That's very cotton candy. Now Bang. Not as cotton candy. If you're just comparing these as far as the accuracy to their flavor, the Alani New slaughters it. It slaughters it. But what's ironic to me though is that flavor-wise, even though I think this is more accurate, it's so sweet, I could probably drink more of this than this. Even though this has more of a generic energy drink taste, this one is a bit on the sweet side for me. Even though this is the only flavor cotton candy I could find, let's compare it to some actual cotton candy now. Pretty accurate. Now Bang. The Alani New has almost a thickness to it that the Bang doesn't. The Bang has more of a watery texture, while the Alani New has more of a creamy texture. I think the Alani New is the most accurate, but it's a little bit on the sweet side, so as to which one I would prefer, I might drink the Bang, but I think this is the more accurate of the two. They both taste really good though, and they both do have a cotton candy hint to it, although the Alani New is by far more accurate. Now there's other benefits to drinking these as well, like the Bang has amino acids, ultra CoQ10. The Alani New is gluten-free, has biotin, B vitamins, so there's other stuff in here. There's other factors that play into this. I'm doing a taste test, and to me, the Alani New is the more accurate, but the Bang is not too sweet. So, do I want to drink both these now? Probably not. I don't think I want 500 milligrams of caffeine in it right now, so I will probably drink these over the next couple days. Really, I think they're both pretty good. Well, that's about it for this video. I had fun trying all these things. If you've tried any of these, tell me what you think in the comments below. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.